Hello, and thank you for joining. I want to share an overview of Matthew's communication and learning profile. Matthew was a bright student, but he struggles with spelling and written work. These difficulties seem to come from challenges with understanding how sounds work in words, remembering word spellings, and organizing his writing. Teachers have noticed he sometimes gets frustrated and leaves homework unfinished, which matches what we've observed. Matthew also has some speech differences that are related to how his brain and muscles work together for talking. Signs we've noticed include a slight tremor in his tongue, speech that sounds choppy or scant, and unusual emphasis on some syllables. These features are different from what we'd see in a typical childhood speech delay or stuttering. To understand this better, we plan to use tests that measure speech clarity, how he moves his mouth and tongue, and his fluency. We'll also observe him during conversation and storytelling to see how he speaks naturally. Matthew's language skills are age appropriate, but he gets tired when doing long or difficult tasks. This fatigue can make it harder for him to speak clearly or finish assignments, and sometimes he may pause or search for words, especially when under time pressure. This is more about mental tiredness than a language disorder, but he still affects his participation in class at home. Our therapy goals will focus on helping Matthew speak clearly, use natural rhythm and stress in his speech, and manage his speech rate. We'll use strategies like breaking words into smaller parts and practicing them slowly, adding pauses to keep speech steady, practicing tone, emphasis, and a variety in speech, reinforcing fluency strategies in stressful situations, building stamina gradually so he can speak for longer without getting exhausted. We'll also teach helpful coping strategies like using humor, self-monitoring, and ways to repair speech if he makes a mistake. Practicing at home and everyday activities like talking while cooking together will help him carry these skills into real life without extra stress. Other services that Matthew could benefit from would be seeing a neuropsychologist to check attention, memory, and processing after his injury, an occupational therapist if his motor skills still need some extra support, counseling to help with the emotional well-being and adjustment, and sports medicine to make him sure he returns safely to physical activities. As his family, you can help by creating opportunities for practice at home, coaching him gently, and noticing when he's getting tired. At school, teachers can provide extra time for oral responses, alternative ways to show knowledge, and adjustments to classrooms' expectations. We'll also help Matthew advocate for himself so he can explain what he needs to manage communication challenges. His sense of humor and friendships are real strengths that we can build therapy on. One area we'd like advice on is how to balance pushing him to practice and learning new skills while avoiding fatigue. Input on this from his team and from you guys would be very helpful. Altogether, Matthew is a smart and motivated student who needs support with spelling, speech clarity, and stamina for speaking tasks. Participate more comfortably and feel more confident. Thank you for your attention and support, and we look forward to working with you together as a team.